हेल्दी ब्रेकफास्ट मजेदार ओट्स के साथ।
ओट्स मजेदार।
जब ये हेल्दी वर्कआउट इतना मजेदार हो सकता है, then oats can also be मजेदार।
मैगी।
ओट्स से बनी न्यू मैगी ओट्स नूडल्स। एक बोल ओट्स के फाइबर के गुण, रियल वेजिटेबल्स
और मेरा फेवरेट मैगी मसाला टेस्ट।
बन गई ना हेल्थ मजेदार, सिर्फ 2 मिनट में। न्यू मैगी ओट्स नूडल्स। Nestle, good food, good life.
Oh my god, this day, do you like Maggi?
I love Maggie.
Me too. I used to have it since I don't even remember now.
Me too. I've been having it since childhood.
You know what? I have a really weird idea.
Tell me.
Let's have a Maggi movie night.
Wow, that's a great idea. Let's do it.
Alright, let's go pick up some Maggi then.
Let's go.
Hey Steve, how are
Hey
you?
Dimple, I'm good. How are you?
How are you? So, you ready for our movie night?
Let's go.
Come on, let's cook
Make
some Maggi. So, our Maggi is ready.
It smells amazing.
Yes, it definitely does.
Let's put on some TV then.
Looks like Nestle India will take more than just 2 minutes to get its famous noodle brand out of the current soup it is in. Delhi has banned Maggi for 15 days. The Central Food Safety Regulators ordered countrywide tests on all 7 variants. All states have been asked to send samples for testing. That's our top focus on the show tonight.
Looks like Nestle will take more than just 2 minutes to get its famous noodle brand out of the soup. The food giant's troubles multiplied on Wednesday evening as Delhi government not just banned sale of Maggi in the city for 15 days, but also warned Nestle for legal action if Maggi was found unsafe.
Oh my god, Steve, we can't have this Maggi anymore.
Come on, they say this stuff all the time. It's even on cigarettes, but everyone has them. It says injurious to health, but I still smoke.
No, we can't have it. What if we might die?
Come on, don't be such a drama king. Nothing's gonna happen.
Okay, fine. Let's have this poison food then.
Probably that's why none of our friends showed up.
Could be. Hello, sir.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Do you have Maggi noodles?
Oh yeah, we do, just around the corner.
Do you know it was being banned?
No, I wasn't aware of it.
Well, I'm from the Food and Safety Department. We are
Alright.
on a surprise visit.
Yeah.
We just wanted to check if you have some.
Yeah, we've got a few stocks just around the corner.
Well, it has been banned. You're not allowed to sell them.
But why is it banned?
Well, it started in the state of Uttar Pradesh where Mr. Ajay Singh, the food inspector, sent some of the samples of the Maggi noodles for testing. He sent it to the Central Food Laboratory located in Gorakhpur for some testing of the products in order to find out whether the MSG content is present in the Maggi noodles or not. MSG stands for the monosodium glutamate. So basically, when the test results came back, it was found that the MSG is present, whereas in the bold letters in the yellow pack of the Maggi noodles, it specifically says that there is no MSG present. Hence, he carried forward his investigation more further and he sent off more few products for testing. And later, after the test results, it was found that in addition to the MSG, there was even the lead present. Lead. Yes. The lead that was present was 70.2 ppm, that is parts per million, whereas a permissible limit of a lead that can be present in a food is 2.5 mmp. So it was a shocking news that a lead is present. Well, do you know what can happen due to lead?
No. What impact can a lead have?
Well, lead can have an effect on the human brain. It could affect the intelligence, academic achievement, and even the behavior. Well, it has even been seen that lead can cause a problem to the fetus, to the pregnant woman, and even to the kids. It could result in a high blood pressure, which would affect the learning abilities, the behavioral impact of a person, and it could even result in a mental retardation. And in the kids, during their growth state, it could accumulate in their brain, which could have resulted in the reduction in the IQ. This was the research done by one of the doctors, which gave us this research results. Well, the MSG content that was present, that was basically like the food taste enhancer basically done by the Maggi so that the people start craving for the taste and come back to Maggi to buy Maggi every now and then. Hence, because of the high level of lead content, it was recommended to the Nestle company to take off all the products from the shelf immediately. Do you still wish to sell Maggi after this?
Oh, I didn't know it's such a harm to human body. So we've got few stocks of Maggie just down the lane. You can take all of it with you.
The company has approached the High Court in the city of Mumbai seeking a judicial review for the banning of the product, raising issues of the interpretation of the Food Safety and Standards Act 2011. However, Nestle said that the noodles are safe to eat but will be pulling the product from the sale till the ban is imposed. It said it would keep the product off the store shelf despite the court action. The Food Safety and the Standards Authority of India said it was banning the company from producing and selling the noodles after tests by some states found lead levels above the statutory limits.
You really don't have to look too far or too wide in India if you want to be served up a bowl of Maggi instant noodles. This is just one of a whole row of shops here in the city's main university, serving hungry students with the country's favorite food. And for the past few minutes, a number of students have come up asking not for a bowl of noodles, but for a bowl of Maggi. But they've had to go away disappointed because he's no longer serving it up because of the ban. He's replaced it with some other brand. Now, ever since it was introduced in India in the mid-80s, it's grown to become one of the country's favorite foods. Some describe it as India's third staple after rice and wheat. And you can have it in a number of ways. You can have it served up plain, with masala, cheese, eggs, vegetables. There's an entire cuisine that's grown up around the product.
All over India, from the mountains to the plains, you get Maggi. It is that popular. From children to adults, they all want to eat Maggi.
So instead of Maggi, they're now using other similar brands. But people here aren't happy.
It's a heartbreak for many Indians because it has become a national food. Every evening we all want to eat Maggi, 2 minutes noodles. It's a heartbreaking for Indians, but at the same time good for us, unhealthy. So we will try to avoid this.
Even though Nestle's pulled its noodles off the market, they say they're perfectly safe to eat. Nestle's annual turnover in India is 15 billion rupees. That's about $235 million. A fifth of which is made up with its noodle brand. You can see why they're so keen to have the ban lifted. But until that happens, there's no Maggi to be had in India, and we have to make do with substitute brands.
After making an appeal to the Bombay High Court for the upliftment of the ban, the court ordered Nestle company to send its 5 samples from each batch of Maggi for testing to 3 labs, and if the result came back positive, they'll be permitted to start the manufacturing and sales. However, the test done earlier by the Food Safety and Standard Authority of India said it's unsafe and hazardous. But Nestle company claimed its noodles to be safe to consume after the tests conducted in the countries like USA, Singapore, etc. Even the state of Goa and Mysore cleared the noodles, saying that there were lapses in the result before. Thus, Nestle company won the case due to the error in the lab results.
So, well, there's been an appeal. Today I've called you guys over here because, as you know, there had been banned and the ban has been uplifted. So, I want to relaunch the product Maggi again in the market. So, I would like you guys to give me some recommendation and strategies that we can use for it. What do you guys think?
Okay, ma'am. So on my part, I read through the policy requirements that are given by the FSD for the Maggi ban. The main criteria that was suggested by the Food and Safety Department was to avoid the lead content in the product and to exhibit the content of the MSG, monosodium glutamate. Even though the content was just 0.02 gram per 100 gram in our product, that's the normal amount that's usually in food or food products. Considering the institutional theory of accounting and ethics, it is a requirement that we follow the similar characteristics, form, and process that other organizations follow for similar products.
Okay.
It is also a requirement under the legitimacy theory to display the contents of our product and to be legitimate. This will help us to reduce the legitimacy gap that has been created in the market. A few samples should be sent to the Food and Safety Department, and we should get a certificate stating that our products are safe for consumption. And what we can do later is we can have the certificate published in our annual report and show it to the shareholders and consumers so that they can regain their trust in our products.
So mean like a full disclosure of everything.
Ensuring full disclosure of all our contents of the product. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
I would agree with what Taspreet said, where we need to have a certificate stating that the product is safe and good to the consumers. That'll add more customer value to our products. Even though we have a strong customer base where people are still demanding Maggi even after the ban.
Yeah, you're right.
Which means the customer base is really strong. So we need to pressure a bit on marketing strategies. That would include endorsing our brand with a celebrity. So if we could bring good celebrities or those major celebrities into our product, we have an option of getting more customer base apart from the normal customers that are actually keen on getting new product in there. We also have an option of coming up with a different products, but coming up with a different product name instead of Maggi. But that is not actually important because we have good customer base and customers demanding for our product. Okay. So I would say that we would still go with our same name and same brand on it. And this endorsing with celebrities and providing us certificate that what Tasbeep said, if we can actually have a certificate at the end of our advertisements or campaign, if we could run a campaign showing the certificates which the product is safe, press media's release where we provide them information on how the product is being certified by the Food and Safety Organization. That'll add actually more value on it. And also we can have food bulk campaign for now, where we can actually provide discounts on the product for our movement of the product. And we can also use college students to be our main focus, considering it's more easier to cook. So we would say students will have main role in our marketing strategy, where students would be keen on buying new products again. So if you could add more ingredients and more flavors and being clear about what ingredients we've got, we can actually cover a lot of customers in our product, and we could bring our brand again.
Well, thank you, Akhil and Tasbeep, for your recommendation and strategy. I think this will help us to bring back our product Maggi into the market and establish a customer base in no time. Well, there are just few things which I would like to add on is we could have a new package where it states on the package it's the new and the improved Maggi, which will grab the attentions of the people. Secondly, I would say we need to increase our advertisement on TV at the prime slot timings. And third one, we can even start off our sales in the smaller state rather than having it in a larger state. So yes, I would say all these recommendation and strategy will help us to bring back the favorite product, the Maggi, in the market in no time. Well, thank you guys for your time, and I just hope for the best.
After considering the strategic actions, Maggi had sold more than 45 million packets across 350 towns in India. With Maggi back in the market, Nestle India said it is now planning to bring back stability and aiming for double-digit growth.